Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to something a little bit different. I'm your host and guide, Thirtyne, and you know what? Let's play a new beginning. Final Cut. This is an adventure game, more akin to the old school style adventure games, not these new 3D Sam and Max type ones. And apparently it's all about, like, global warming and saving the Earth. So let's, find out what this shit's like.
You keeping an eye on the watch, Private? 300 seconds, and not a second to spare. And don't forget, never look directly into the sun. Ready.
280 seconds left.
Damn it. Looks like my measuring equipment is broken.
No, I'm afraid it's working perfectly fine. 240 seconds left.
We just received news from Antarctica, Machu Picchu, and Eastern Oceania. Their measurements match ours. We're expecting a solar flare similar to the Oswald flare from 2113 within the next 2 weeks. We all know that the terrestrial magnetic field can't protect us from a flare of this scale anymore. Our time is up.
It's not too late yet, Quaddy. We still have a chance.
Well, yeah, what about the Phoenix plan? We could escape.
The Phoenix plan is not an evacuation plan, Hardy. Quite the opposite. No, Salvador is right. A manipulation is our last chance.
What are they talking about?
Is the security of our pilots provided for by now?
Nigel, we are looking at certain death for every living thing in 2 weeks. We don't have a choice, I'm afraid. It's time we dare to take the final step. A step back. To the past.
If you're taking a step back to the past, is it really a new Well, I guess it is, because you'd be going back and you'd be redoing something to make a new beginning for whatever it was that you'd done. So, okay. Alright, I was gonna argue with that and complain about it, but you know what? I'll give them this one. Ooh, birdies. I like birdies. Birdies are fun. Bye-bye birdies?
Curse it. Not again. I hope I have enough spare parts. It never ends, does it? Okay then, let's see what's wrong with this thing.
No, I don't want instructions in the controls. I think I can figure it out on my own. So we've got this thing, a fogger here. For those who don't know, adventure games are basically like point-and-click adventure games, or where you point and you click at things. You go, hey, bird. I guess in this case, I can hold down the button and I can look at the bird.
He feeds on the parasites in the wood, just not quickly enough.
I guess. The tree? Hey, now we got multiple options. We can look at it.
Meta used to sit under that tree in the summer and read a book. It's a pity I have to chop it down. It will be a cold winter.
No, because we're going to climb that tree and we're going to go look at that bird.
My back refuses to cooperate. And so do I.
Well, fine. We're not going to go climb that tree and look at the bird. We're going to look at this fogger, because what the fuck is a fogger?
My fogger.
Good answer. Okay, it's a fogger. Alright, so it's not working, so let's figure this out. Let's,
It's closed.
Thanks, Einstein. Let's open it. And I guess the motor's the problem. Let's
Aha.
check it out.
So that's the problem. The belt tore. But where can I get a new one?
I don't know. It's your house. Okay, so we're not going to be able to use... There's a screw.
The screw has been loose for a while now. It's impossible to fasten properly.
Which is probably why it's
It's
broken.
useless. Away with it.
All right, goodbye. Goodbye, screw. Let's take
Maybe
this
it
belt.
can still be fixed.
Maybe you're very wrong because the belt is snapped. I don't know how you're going to fix it.
It's stuck. That would explain the torn belt.
Okay, and if this thing's stuck, we're probably going to have to get that moving too. So I'd say some sort of oil, something or other. So where's my inventory? There has to be an inventory somewhere. What if I... Huh. Okay. Why do we still
If
have
I can't
this?
repair it, I'll need a replacement ASAP.
Right. Okay, so we still have this. And sure, let's tie it back together because
Oh
clearly...
well, it's worth a try.
Yeah, right. Knotted belt. Okay, yeah. This is gonna be hilarious. Let's put the knotted belt back on. Is that actually an option? Is this game so dumb that this is actually an option?
Not sure that will hold.
Oh, geez. You know what? I'm not even gonna be dumb. That's not even worth a joke of trying that. Although, I wonder what happens if I try and activate it when there's no belt on it and the thingy's jammed.
I
Not
need
surprising.
a new belt.
Not surprising, it doesn't work. Okay, cool. Let's check out our house. What have we got here? Fishing rod? Alright, let's just look at our fishing rod.
The fishing rod was Dr. Angus' suggestion. It is very meditative, Bent. It will help you find peace. I've been sitting at the bank each morning since then, apathetically staring into the water.
Really? This bank? With this water? That's... yum. Okay, maybe we can use it later.
No, the fishing rod won't solve any of my problems, even if Dr. Angus says otherwise.
Sure.
In the past, we came here
Remember,
each summer.
at point-and-click
hoped
adventure
that
game
we could grow old here
101.
together.
Look
Not
at
much left
everything
of this
and take
dream.
everything
Only the
you
house
can
and
carry.
I.
Because you never know what you're going to need. Except for the door. There's really no point in looking at the door. It's probably just going to be a door. And always be polite. Close the door behind you. You don't want the cold air getting in, right?
There's only crap on TV. Oh well, at least my mind will be empty when I go to bed.
Boom, just like in the real world.
Chaos in the streets of Oslo. At 11 o'clock this morning, violent protesters stormed the European headquarters of the International Energy Inspection Agency. They protested the planned renewal of licenses for a total of 7 power plants operated by the controversial energy corporation Indes Industries. During the protests, some militant participants even managed to take hostages. A spokesman of the agency.
We were open to peaceful dialogue right from the beginning, but the current situation forces us to take drastic measures. The activists must understand that they can't force political decision-making with their illegal and extremist actions. If their actions have any impact on the decision at all, it will be a negative one.
Meanwhile, the first injured are taken away and the police are preparing for a long night. It will probably be one of the longest nights in an otherwise peaceful...
And the world keeps turning without me.
Yep, it tends to do that. Alright, so, I don't know anything about this guy. Apparently we're playing as him. He seems to be doing stuff, and, there's eco-terrorism going on. People are trying to...
These are the self-help guidebooks Dr. Angus recommended. I wonder if she reads them herself before recommending them to her patients.
I don't know. Apparently this guy's crazy, though.
I'm Not a Screwdriver. Ways Out of Workaholism by Gunnar Larson. I don't know. At least a screwdriver is useful.
Crazy.
1,000 recipes for
apparently
low-fat
very
salads
bland.
by Frida Runheim. Dr. Angus believes it will lighten my view on the oil crisis.
Right. What else is it?
My Workshop and I, The Key to a Happy Life by Bjorn Boland. Putting your foot in your mouth seems to be an occupational hazard for therapists.
Right, okay. Apparently he hasn't read any of these books and he doesn't listen to his therapist. He's also extremely boring. I just do things because why
Sometimes
not?
Dr. Angus comes for a visit. That's why I have a second chair.
Right. Well, we don't want to sit down because we got stuff to do. You got beer all over your
the
bar.
bottles are still here. But then, who else but me should take them away?
Then maybe you should take them away and stop being so damn lazy.
Our summer vacation to Italy. Meta beamed, like always. And all I had on my mind was probably how to save the world. I wonder if we could have been happy if I had focused on our relationship instead of on our planet's future.
Okay, question. How does such a boring, drawl humbug like Ben... Actually, I guess with a name like Meta, she's probably crazy.
Even during our trip to Italy, I was only thinking about my algae research. I can see it in my eyes.
Okay, we've learned something about him. He was or is a researcher of absolute boringness.
I'm so sorry, Meta. I sacrificed both of us in the end for a vision no one even cared about.
Right, okay. So he's crazy and studies algae. Yay! So let's just push this environmental message down our
My
throats.
team on the Atlas 11. We really thought the future of the world was resting on our shoulders. They represent the rest of the personnel. By now, the team has grown so much that neither Barney nor I know who works for us anymore. Works for him, that is.
Who's Barney? Oh, that's Barney. Thanks, okay.
Not a photo for the press, obviously. If it were, Barney would look completely different.
Shaved?
Don't worry, Lissa. I'll manage somehow. Don't look like that, boy. You can do all those things now your dad didn't allow when you were younger. He'll make it.
I'm guessing that might be his son. They do look very similar. Same
I look
stupid
tired,
little mustache.
but happy.
Yeah, you look miserable. And miserable. And...
What's this?
I was
Something
thinking the
got
same
stuck
thing.
behind the picture.
Okay, let's destroy
That
the
looks
picture. Sure, you've
suspiciously
only got
like-
like...
Well.
Care tons
look what
about
I
it.
found.
Oh, alright. Sure, keys.
I don't even remember hiding it here. Was I really that drunk?
Whatever, it's a key. We can take it, it's gonna be good for something. Let's figure it out. What do we got? Cupboard? Oh, we can't open the cupboard. It's probably
It only
nothing
holds
in
the basics.
it. Right, we got some oil. Oh, we can take the oil.
Rapeseed oil. Until some years ago, it was only good for lamp oil. Today we use it as salad dressing and to prove the bad energy balance of biofuels.
You use the same oil in lanterns that you use as salad? What? What? No.
If I didn't have dinner in town, I would never meet any people at all. A full fridge would be social suicide.
Sounds to me like you're just lazy and don't like to cook dinner.
A sad sight.
Right.
I'll put that away tomorrow.
You're seriously lazy. That's all this is.
My bed. At first, I tried to sleep in the bed Meta and I shared. Then I moved to Duva's bunk. My son takes care of my life's work, and I sleep in his old childhood bed.
Right, because that's not weird at all. Anyways, doesn't look like there's anything in here we can use to fix that belt, so let's go on. So far I'm kind of disappointed. Adventure games are supposed to be funny. This one seems to have no humor in it and just environmental, be good, but why is there garbage in the lake?
That's part of living near the water these days.
Yeah, and your job is to clean it.
I would have done that once, but it will not even take a week before it looks like this again.
Right.
Assist-fiend labor.
But if you think about it, and it takes a week for it to get like this, imagine what it'll look like a month and if you don't ever clean it. This guy's
This
kind of
boat
dumb.
has seen better times, but it's still floating.
Really kind of dumb, and I'm not sure if I'm
I
going
told
to like
Dr.
playing
Angus
as
that
him.
I find fishing abhorrent, so she suggested the fish trap.
Okay, wait, what? You don't like fishing, so instead of fishing with a rod, now instead you just put a trap in the water and then catch them that way? You're still...
I've already tried everything, but I really have no use for this thing.
Where does a hat?
Well, it's locked. The plan was to leave everything behind.
It's okay, because we have a key, which we can use.
How long haven't I been down here?
On this door, because this door is here, and we should open it. And let's remove this cover, so we can see what's
let's take a look.
underneath. Let's take a look at what's inside. Hey, it's a home laboratory. Let's look at it.
How many summer nights did I spend down here, staring at the algae cells?
Hey, a spider.
Did I
Hey,
really
spider
believe
buddy.
I could change the
Climb,
world?
little spider. You're not so itsy-bitsy spider. Climbed
The
up his
temptation
little
is
web.
great, but I promised Barney and Dr. Angus to enjoy my retirement.
Oh, you're retarded. That's why you're
Enjoy. Right.
so boring.
There was even more lab equipment in here once. Barney took most of it back to the station so
But
I
is
wouldn't
there-
get any ideas and start working again.
Is there anything... Oh, maybe I should open it. Sorry. I'm just used to go and look at it. Yay. Search. What's
Hey.
in there?
There was a screwdriver in there. I better take it.
Oh my god, a screwdriver? Wow. Wow, amazing.
How fitting. It stopped at 5 minutes to midnight.
Alright, well, while we're in here, let's
The
fix it.
symbolism is disquieting. On the other hand, 5 to 12 for all eternity is better than the clock striking midnight someday.
True. Very true.
Studies about photosynthesis, construction plans for greenhouses, chemical data, I know them all by heart.
Okay, so you were a boring researcher. Let's open the door. I don't need to look at it. Oh, I think I know what I'm gonna use.
Duva's bike. That old thing.
So we
made
need
a
a
tour
belt.
down the fjord, along the coast,
But
and
if we
down
don't
to
have
the
a
sea.
belt,
At that time, the Atlas
what
was
if we
being
just
renovated,
take
and while I was waiting for
the
new
tire-
assignments, I had all the time in the world to be a good dad. It's strange how things change.
Wow, you really had a lot to say about that bicycle. I didn't pay attention to any of it. I was gonna say, what if we take the tire off the bike? We can use that, right? The tube from the tire?
Not without proper tools.
Okay, fine. Use your screwdriver, dipshit.
I don't have to repair this old thing. No one is going to ride it anyway.
No, but you can take the tube off and use it as a belt.
Let's see.
Sometimes these guys are just so dumb.
Hello?
Crap. Yes,
Ben Svensson?
yes, that would be me. Wait, I'm coming. Maybe you could tell me what you were doing sneaking around this place.